Every election, Americans are told the same story. Your vote decides the future. But behind the curtain, power is shifting. Not in Washington, but in boardrooms, algorithms, and private networks the public never sees. The question no one is asking is simple. Who really controls America? For generations, America's power seemed straightforward. The people elect leaders, leaders make laws, and laws shape the nation. But if that were truly the case, why do billion-dollar lobbyists outnumber members of Congress by more than 20 to 1? Why do policies favored by the public so often die before a vote ever happens? Real influence isn't measured in votes, it's measured in access. The corporations funding both sides of the aisle write the checks that keep the political machine alive. In the last election cycle alone, Wall Street poured over $1 billion into campaign financing. While politicians promise reform, those same financiers walk away with record profits, no matter who wins. The system isn't rigged, it's designed. The illusion of choice keeps the public invested while money quietly decides the outcome. Corporations today are more powerful than many nations. Amazon's yearly revenue surpasses the GDP of most countries. Apple holds more cash than the U.S. Treasury once did. Google shapes the information billions of people consume every day. Some call this success, the American dream, private enterprise outpacing government waste. But when a handful of executives control information, labor, and markets, the line between democracy and monopoly blurs. Corporate giants influence labor laws, environmental policy, even foreign trade. The people don't vote for that. They simply live with the results. In America's political theater, CEOs have replaced senators as the most influential voices in the room. Power needs a megaphone, and that's where the media comes in. 6 major corporations control over 90% of what Americans read, watch, or hear. The debate isn't left versus right, it's truth versus narrative. Outrage sells, division trends, and clicks rule the day. The media doesn't show the full picture. It shows the story that keeps viewers watching. Information control in 2025 isn't about censorship. It's about distraction. While Americans argue online, decisions are made offline, in silence. Artificial intelligence now decides what you see, what you buy, and sometimes even how you vote. Algorithms rank outrage higher than truth because emotion drives engagement, and engagement drives profit. AI isn't biased, right? It's data-driven. But the data comes from humans, and humans are biased. Every search, every click, every like becomes part of a system that predicts and manipulates behavior. The real question isn't whether AI will replace humans. It's whether it already controls how humans think. So who decides what you see online? Who decides what becomes news? Is it the politicians who claim to represent you, or the billionaires who own the platform shaping your mind? And what about the algorithms? Silent, invisible, yet powerful beyond measure. The people still have a voice. From labor unions to online truth-tellers, resistance always finds a way. But the system is designed to exhaust them. Every movement trends, burns bright, and fades before real change happens. Even a tired voice can spark a fire. The question is whether Americans are too distracted to notice who's holding the matches. America was built on the idea of self-governance, that the people rule. But when money, media, and machines decide what's possible, democracy becomes performance. What happens when the illusion of choice becomes reality? When elections are fought with influence, not ideas? When policies are dictated by profit, not the people? When algorithms shape not only what we see, but how we think? Who truly holds the reins of power? Maybe it's not one person. Maybe it's not even a group. Maybe it's the system itself. The invisible, unstoppable force that thrives on silence, distraction, and obedience. And yet, even in the darkest corners, resistance exists. Every post, Every protest, every viral video is a reminder that the people are not powerless. Every movement that rises, every voice that refuses to be silenced, challenges the system. The question is whether it will ever be enough, or are we destined to watch from the sidelines as the real power brokers continue to operate unseen? America was built on a promise that the people would govern. But today that promise is tested. Every citizen has a choice: to stay silent or to pay attention, to look past the headlines, to question the narratives, to ask the hard questions no one else will. Because the debate never ends, and neither should the questions.